In this video, I wanted to share with you why you should take digital handwritten notes for school. I didn't learn about this until after I graduated, but I thought it would be so helpful if I knew this earlier on when I was in school. That's why I'm making a video to share it with you, because hopefully it will help you out if you're a college student or if you're someone who's currently going through school. But before I jump into the reasons why I think it's so useful to take digital handwritten notes, I just want to let you know that this video is sponsored by Picmonic, which is a study tool to help you remember more in less amount of time. They have a bunch of different information to help you get into a bunch of different professions, whether you want to become a nurse or a physical therapist assistant or a doctor or all these different things. They have study tools to help you do that. So if you're interested, I'll put a link in the description below. And if you're someone who doesn't even know what digital notes are, that is basically where you're going to use a drawing tablet like this to be able to write down notes on your tablet, and it's going to be able to save straight to your computer or your laptop. Now let's jump into it. So the first reason why I think you should be doing this is because there's a lot of studies out there that say that it's better to handwrite notes versus typing them out. You're going to recall the information so much better if you actually take the time to write them out. I don't know fully all the details of why this is, but there are some people that say that by handwriting it, it's kind of like muscle memory. It takes you to focus on two different things and you're going to recall the information better. Some people say that you have to actually interpret what the teacher is saying and understand it to be able to jot a few notes down versus typing out verbatim what the teacher is saying. So by processing the information, it helps you recall it a little better to be able to handwrite it. So those are a few reasons why it's better to handwrite your notes versus typing them. So not only will you have the benefits of actually handwriting out your notes, but you also have the advantages of doing it digitally. That way you can store all your information on your computer. Another reason why I think it's really useful to hand draw your notes digitally is because it's way more customizable than just typing it. You can choose to draw arrows, draw shapes, draw figures, you can highlight things, underline things, which is all a lot easier when you're just hand drawing it versus having to type it out, because you can't really type out a picture or anything like that, but you can draw a little squiggly note or a line. That way it can just help you be more creative and help you recall your notes a lot better. But then also it's better than doing it on a piece of paper because you don't have to bring a bunch of highlighters with you. You don't have to bring a bunch of different colored pens and all this stuff, carry your book bag. All you have to have is just this little device here and your laptop and you're good to go. So it's like two things, but you're able to change out your different highlighters. You're able to change out your different font sizes. You're able to highlight things. You're able to customize your notes so much more digitally, and it's way faster. The next reason why I think you should be doing this is because it helps you stay way more organized. I'm someone who actually struggles with keeping my things organized. I forget a lot of times, like, where did I write that down? What page did I write that down at? What notebook was that in? It's so hard to recall where information is, especially when you're going through a program like the PTA program, what I did. When you get down to your final exam and you have to recall everything you learned along the way, things that you learned at the beginning of the semester, at the beginning of the school year, it can be sometimes difficult to recall that information and find it. But if you start getting in the habit of writing your notes digitally, you're able to look on the computer and find them so much faster and easier because you can log them in certain sections. You can type and find your words by keyword search. So you can find information so much quicker and easier by just the click of a button and typing in a few keywords. You can tag things. So you're able to recall the information, find it in sections, and it's all organized online. That way you can access it from your phone or you can access it when you're on the go. You don't always have to bring a book bag with all your notebooks in it and try to recall like all the pieces of papers you had and everything like that. That's why I feel like it's really useful to take notes digitally. Something else that I feel like will help you prepare for your final licensure exam if you're trying to become a nurse or a PT or a doctor is Picmonic. They have a lot of different study material to help you recall information not only in the short term but over the long term. What Picmonic does is they space out this information continuously over a period of time to help you ingrain it into your long-term memory. Picmonic will use these crazy, silly cartoons and different drawings and pictures to help you remember information. They'll also tell you like a story that goes with it. That way you can recall a whole subject or whole topic that you need to remember for the final exam. And they're so silly that they just kind of like stick in your brain. And they also use evidence-based research when they're providing providing you this information to help you remember this information in the best way possible. So again, if you're interested in Picmonic, you can actually sign up for a free account just to see what it's all about and to start learning, so check them out if you haven't already. The next reason why I think you should take digital handwritten notes is because there's so many more features and also tools to help you take notes. You can write them out, handwritten notes like I said before, you can type notes, you can also draw images, you can add arrows or shapes or circles or squares to your notes. You can also add screenshots, so if there was any images online that you think would be useful to import into your notes, whether it's a picture of a human body or the skeletal system, anything like that, you can add to your notes. You can also add the teachers or the professors' slides, their lecture slides, into your notes, and then you can draw on top of their slides. That way you don't have to rewrite everything the teacher says in class, but you already have the notes imported into your notes, and then you can just like draw and annotate on top of them. So there's a lot more you can do with digital handwritten notes versus regular handwritten notes on a piece of paper. So as you can see, there's a lot of benefits to taking digital handwritten notes, but also the nice thing is it's pretty affordable to do this. Most people already have a laptop that they use for school, especially because everything's online nowadays. So most people already have a laptop, and to be able to get one of these little drawing tablets, they're pretty affordable. This thing that I got is, I'll put a link to it in the description below, but it's like 40 bucks for this thing, which allows me to sync it to my computer wirelessly, and now I can draw on it and it will draw right on my computer screen. So it's really affordable to do this. I don't have to go out and buy a bunch of notebooks. I don't have to go out and buy an iPad or anything like that, because I know a lot of college kids are broke. So they can't be spending all this crazy money, but something like this is actually pretty affordable to do, and it will help you for all the reasons I mentioned before. Now, I did want to also share with you the downsides or the drawbacks of doing it this way compared to your old way, and that is probably going to be the learning curve and just understanding how to do this, because it takes time to get used to actually drawing on a pad like this and seeing your words pop up on screen. It's just different to get the hang of it, and also if you're not familiar with taking notes digitally online, you might not know how to do it. You might not know how to organize your notes or how to even use the system or anything like that. So I actually created another video, which is how to take notes digitally online, handwritten. So watch that if you haven't already, but that's one of the drawbacks, is it just takes time to learn how to do it. But I think that once you learn how to do this, it will just be a game changer for you. You will stay way more organized, it's way more convenient, you get way more tools out of it, and I feel like it'll help you so much if you're going to school or if you're a college student. So check it out for yourself if you're interested in learning how to take notes digitally online. I love it. I'm so much more organized now, it's great. Again, if you need a little extra help studying, I think Picmonic is a great choice to go with to help you recall information to pass your final exams. They helped me learn things in school that I was struggling learning, different topics or anything like that. They are definitely great to help you get through those complicated subjects that you have a hard time remembering. They'll help you do it. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on another one.